Hi there, you're listening to Someone Like You and Me, a place where we share little stories about feelings, memories, and the things we never quite had the courage to say out loud. Today, I want to share a topic that we all go through at some point: effort. Have you ever felt like you've tried so hard, but the results just didn't come out as expected? Or perhaps, you feel like your efforts are going nowhere. Effort is one of the most important things in our journey of growth, but sometimes, it can also make us feel tired, frustrated, and sometimes even ready to give up. In today's episode, we'll explore how it feels when things don't seem to be going in the right direction, how to keep the faith and keep going, and finally, how every bit of effort is worth it, even if the outcome isn't what we expected. Trying without seeing results, have you ever felt that way? I remember a time when I started my first job after graduation. The first days were really tough. I always felt like I wasn't doing enough, even though I was giving my best. Every day, I woke up early and worked tirelessly, but the results weren't as promising. Projects were delayed, my extra efforts weren't recognized as I hoped, and sometimes I questioned myself, was I doing something wrong? That feeling was really draining. There were times when I felt like I was stuck in an endless loop, going nowhere. Then, I realized that this feeling is something everyone will experience at some point. Sometimes, you put in all your effort, but the results don't show immediately. The key is, do you keep going or do you stop? How do you maintain faith and keep going when things don't seem to be heading in the right direction? One thing that helped me get through that phase was not measuring my success by immediate results. When you start something new, results don't always come right away. What's important is what you learn along the way. I reminded myself that every step, every effort is a lesson. And truly, without those failures, I wouldn't have learned and improved. I started to be patient with myself. If I gave up just because I didn't see results immediately, I would never know what I was truly capable of. Little by little, I kept improving, and eventually, things started going in the right direction. Not everything I did succeeded right away, but I learned to appreciate even those efforts that didn't lead to immediate success. They were valuable lessons. What do you think about the phrase, "effort never fails"? This phrase has always been a powerful source of motivation for me. Effort is success. Even though sometimes you don't get the results you expect, the fact that you continue to try, to persevere is already a win. I also think that failure only truly exists when we give up. Even though the outcome may not be what we wanted, what we learn from our efforts is what really matters. And that's what helps us grow and break through the limits we once set for ourselves. A small story I always remember is when I was preparing for an important exam. I studied diligently for months, but when the results came, I didn't pass as expected. At that moment, I felt disappointed and even blamed myself a little. But then, I realized, I actually learned so much during the preparation. I improved my problem-solving skills, time management, and more importantly, I realized that failure is not the end. It's just a stepping stone to learning and getting stronger. When you look back, do you feel that every effort you made was worth it, even if the result wasn't as expected? Looking back at what I've gone through, I realized something important: not all efforts lead to immediate results. But that doesn't mean they're in vain. Every effort, even if it doesn't yield the expected outcome, is a valuable lesson. It's these steps that help me grow, learn from failure, and do better next time. I believe success is not just measured by results but also by the relentless effort and what we learn in the process. Effort doesn't always bring immediate results, but those efforts accumulate and open up new opportunities in the future. The lessons we gain from our efforts will help us stand stronger on the path ahead. Thank you for listening until the end of this episode. Remember that effort doesn't always need to have immediate results. What matters is that we learn from each challenge and never give up. Every effort has its own value, and even if the results don't meet our expectations, the lessons we gain are always worth it. I'll see you in the next episode of Someone Like You and Me.